Hey, Brian, Darth Vader's back in Obi-Wan.
And you need another guy to explain Star Wars to you.
No.
We begin before he was even born.
Oh.
In a universe with entire planets dedicated to the automated construction of soulless mechanical laborers, forced servitude still exists for some reason. Enter Darth Vader's mom, a slave who was named after the funny fat pirate from Peter Pan.
Uh-huh.
Shmi is slaving away on Tatooine when she gets a baby stuck in her. The how and why of this isn't super clear, but what's really important is that everyone takes it at face value when she blames the whole thing on Immaculate Conception.
Oh, weird. The same thing happened to my cousin at her prom.
The resulting bundle of joy is Anakin Skywalker, a little pisser who can pilot a spaceship and use Jedi abilities at just 9 years old.
So, sort of like Rey from Force Awakens?
Yeah, if you want to compare baby Anakin from the prequels and Rey from the sequels, then enjoy your new dynamic on social media. I, for one, choose life.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it.
So, Liam Neeson shows up and, flying in the face of his usual stance on kidnapping, takes Anakin away to be raised by priests with swords made out of flamethrowers. Shaking loose the dead weight that was his mom, Anakin also meets his future pal, Obi-Wan, and Padme, the woman that he'll spend the next 15 years obsessing over.
So what's so special about Padme?
She's one of 8 women in the first 6 movies, one of whom is Anakin's mom, and another 3 of whom haven't been born yet.
Scarcity, got it.
Liam Neeson dies, but before he does, he makes Obi-Wan promise to teach Anakin how to fight with a flamethrower sword, because he's pretty sure that Anakin will bring balance to the Force.
And what does that mean? What happens next?
Anakin does what a lot of young men do. He figures that the best time to hit on girls is right at the peak of his rat tail phase.
Ladies love the rat tails.
Also, he finds out that some aliens have his mom, and they're doing some pretty evil things to her. And Anakin hates evil, so he goes and slaughters all of the aliens and their wives and children.
Oh, it's a good thing he fought evil, otherwise something awful might have happened.
Anakin also makes friends with an old man who keeps telling him what a special smart boy he is and how teachers are mean and he's smarter than all of them. Anyway, Anakin does sword fights, loses an arm, makes secret babies with Padme, and grows his hair out for a while. Then the old guy convinces him that his space monk teachers are evil, and Anakin hates evil, so he goes and kills all of the children that they're raising.
Oh, it's a good thing he fought evil, otherwise something awful might have happened.
But his old buddy Obi-Wan doesn't cotton a child death, so he cuts off Anakin's arms and legs and drops him in a volcano. Then Padme dies of ennui, and squirts out a couple of babies while Anakin gets fitted for a suit and hat, and his boss takes over the galaxy. End of prequels.
That's just the prequels?
19 years later, everybody treats Anakin like a real piece of shit for believing in his old space religion, even though it was everywhere not a long time ago or far, far away. And he can use it to choke people to death with his brain. His boss builds a gun that can explode a planet, but then his kid blows it up with torpedoes.
Well, kids will ruin things if you give them any torpedoes.
Anakin meets up with his kid and tries to get him to join the family business by kidnapping his friends and throwing things at him and chopping him up with a flamethrower sword. But his kid doesn't want to build planet guns for a living. He wants to be a teacher and just kiss his sister a couple of times.
Wow, those space monks really messed this family up.
A while later, Anakin's kid convinces him that his boss is evil, and Anakin hates evil, so he picks up the frail old man and throws him off a balcony.
Good thing he fought evil, otherwise something awful might have happened.
Unfortunately, Anakin gets home alone electrocuted and starts to die, but not before he tells his kid to take his mask off so that he can look at him with his own eyes.
Oh, we have not seen him without his hat since he was in that volcano. What does he look like?
You know that thing where your fingers get pruny if you sit in the bath too long?
Yeah?
Well, imagine if that happens to the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
But that's not all.
Fantastic.
Vader also factors into the sequel trilogy when it turns out that his grandson is borderline obsessed with him.
How does that affect the plot?
Lots in the first movie, not at all in the second, and in Rise of Skywalker, well, see for yourself.
Hey, did you just send me the script for Rise of Skywalker?
I did. Will you read it with me?
All right, starting with page 1. Hey, this is Nina from OK So Basically, and I'm proud to announce that all of the charges against me were recently dropped. Also, I think you should definitely watch more of our OK So Basically series and like and subscribe.